Welcome to humaning. Can you hear that? It's raining outside, and it's November 20th in Albuquerque after midnight. Normally we would have snow, I say normally, for 30 years or so, which is nothing geologically speaking, but I think longer than that. But the 30 years that I was paying attention, it always snowed by Halloween, often earlier. And the last 5 years or so, it's been dipping into November. And I think this might be the warmest yet so far. Although I haven't been keeping exact track, if I'm honest. Because that's how humans are, right? In fact, everything is the worst and the best and the driest and the wettest and the longest and the hottest to we humans. Maybe, does that mean we're living in the present? That's a nice thought, but I don't know if that's what it means. As I pontificate and contemplate all sorts of other times, I am, though, listening to the rain and noticing that it's warmer than I'm used to it being this time of year. Had a good day, though, happy to say, and I am on day 4 of a 5-day challenge to not eat any refined sugar. And I have failed at least 3 times, but only minorly. And one of the deals with myself during this challenge was to not scrap the whole challenge when I have a little failure, which is a good deal with myself because I tend to do that. So the very first day I had some barbecue sauce on my steak, and I realized in the first bite, oh, this is sugary. And you know, it's not it's spicy barbecue sauce, but it has some refined sugar in it. And I didn't scrape it off my steak. I went ahead and ate it. I didn't sop up the extra. And then, I can't remember, but it seems like there was one other little thing that's not coming to mind. And then today, I had some brown sugar on some apples baked, and I had the sugar in hand to sprinkle on the apples when I realized and remembered my deal with myself, and then I decided I was going to go ahead and do it, and I just put a little bit on the apples, and I enjoyed them immensely, but that was breaking my rule. So I'm confessing, holding myself accountable. I do notice that I feel better. Overall, it reduces my cravings. My pain is better. My pain level is reduced greatly. Yeah, that kind of hangover feeling in the morning is already starting to go away. I've been drinking alcohol at all for 2 years, and for sport for like 5 years now. And so it's been depressing to realize that I'm still having hangover-ish feelings in the morning, not feeling good a lot of mornings. But day 4 with no refined sugar, even though I'm still eating fruit, I'm still overeating to some degree, not terribly, but yeah, I'm still craving sugar, and I still had some yogurt, plain yogurt with banana just a while ago, pretty late. So again, just confessing, holding myself accountable. Not that I think you care, but maybe it helps you to hear another humaning, confessing, and, you know, maybe because you're doing better and you can feel better, or maybe because you're doing worse and you can know somebody else is sliding down the mountain with you, or maybe you can relate. I think a lot of us can relate to my imperfections. I can relate to a lot of other people's imperfections. And I don't know if it's fair to call that an imperfection. It's just what it is, right? But it is interesting that I know that I feel better when I don't consume sugar, and yet I crave it, and without this little 5-day challenge to hold myself in, I would probably be doing what I've been doing for at least since I quit drinking, which is consuming sugar compulsively, obsessively, overabundantly. Anyway, I am noting all of this out loud and documenting it partly to share with you, and partly because I want to continue to evolve in my process of healing and feeling better. And so in order to do that, when I'm really trying to take good care of myself, if I'm really clear that I can enjoy life without refined sugar, or at least, like I think it was good that I had those little bits. And if I were to cut out, the cake and the ice cream, it would be hard because I love cake and ice cream and cookies. But over the years I go through my phases. I guess what I'm saying is I don't want to cut out cake and ice cream and cookies entirely, but I would like to enjoy them now and then without over consuming them compulsively and then feeling crappy about it on a regular basis. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. It's rainy. Which is weird for a after midnight on a November 20th, but here we are. I said that already. You know what else I said already? Thanks for being you. Thanks for letting me be me. Thanks if you like and subscribe. I didn't do that right, did I? I don't even know what I was trying to do, but you know. Ciao for now.